Today we bid farewell to a legend of our country and our father. I say our father representing hundreds of thousands of the sons of this great leader who are not his biological children. And in a very special way, I want to thank the family, especially the sons and daughters of President Moi, for allowing us to share their father, because he was our father too. Thank you very much, Raymond. Thank you very much, Gideon. Thank you very much, Philip. Thank you very much, John Mark. Thank you very much, Jennifer and Doris and June. We want, in a very special way, to say you are generous, because we had our parents whom we didn't share with you, but we had the privilege, despite having our fathers, you shared your father with us, and we became his children because you allowed it. President Moi maybe would have done more for his family, for his children and his grandchildren, but because he had to share time with the rest of us who became his children by virtue of him being the great-hearted man that he was. Again, let me repeat and say, we are truly grateful and we are indebted to your family for allowing Moi to be our father as well. Today we send off an icon, a great man, a statesman. And let me say just 2 or 3 things about Moi. For those of us who knew him when he was about to exit, in fact, we became his last bones in politics. We saw and learned many things from Moi. Moi, as has been said here, in matters, his passion for education in our country led him to develop the most professional, world-class human resource through his passion in education. Today, Kenya prides itself with a professional, world-class working population, not just working in Kenya, but working in many parts of the world. And that is why remittances from our diaspora has gone beyond the money we get from tea or even coffee, because Moi invested in education and developed our human capital. I see many generals in this meeting. I saw them yesterday. They are witnesses to Moi, the man who built institutions in our country. Moi, we can say, without a doubt, built the most disciplined, professional army, not just in Kenya, but in East Africa and in Africa. And we pride ourselves as a nation, and I say so knowing that the Commander-in-Chief is seated in our midst. We pride ourselves that our armed forces became not just the pride of our nation, but they supported, as Sumbegwa said, peace building and peacekeeping in many parts of the world. That was Moi, the man who built institutions. And lastly, let me say, Moi built a formidable, solid political machine in Kano that helped him consolidate the country, bring all communities on board, and made this country avoid the pitfalls of what other countries did when they drove their politics on ethnicity and other divisive methods. Moi taught us unity. And that is why I can say here, without fear of any contradiction, when President Uhuru Kenyatta and I sat, we looked back and said, for the sake of country, for the sake of the unity of the nation, President Moi folded his Kadu, joined KANU, so that the country can come together and we can avoid ethnicity. It is the same spirit that motivated President Uhuru and myself to fold all the political parties we had so that we can form Jubilee and consolidate the unity of our nation. I say we are graduates of Moi's School of Leadership, and we are very proud graduates. Finally, as I speak as a leader from Rift Valley, where Moi led for many years, Moi was a nationalist from day one. He was a patriot from day one. And that is why in this Rift Valley, from Loitokitok all the way to Lodwar, every community lives in this Rift Valley because Moi made the decision that ethnicity would not have a place in Rift Valley. Let me say here, as Mzee rests, those of us, leaders from this great Rift Valley, we give you our commitment that this Rift Valley shall continue to be not just the bonde la ufa, lakini Rift Valley hii itazidi kuwa bonde la amani. Na kutoka bonde la ufa hii tutazidi na kujenga ili iwe chemichemi ya siasa ya kuunganisha taifa letu la Kenya na jamii zote za taifa letu la Kenya. Moi alitufundisha kwamba chuki ni mzigo, usijisumbue kubeba. Akatuambia ukabila ni ujinga, msikue na nafasi ya ujinga. And that is why we are leaders from this great Rift Valley where Moi began. We are going to be steadfast and firm in ensuring that our great country shall continue to be knit together. And Mr. President, I want to tell you, we will support your efforts in ensuring that this nation comes together and all of us share in the prosperity of our nation.